Wednesday. It is May 26, 2021, and let's go ahead and look at your jobs for today. So, first things first, I do want to address that there are no office hours for today. That is because I made a scheduling error on my behalf, and I didn't realize I had meetings back to back this afternoon. So I will not be able to be ready for office hours. So if you would like help or assistance, please make sure you write a comment for me. I'll receive an email and then I'll be able to check your comments and help you from there. Okay, so thank you for being so flexible and patient with me in regards to that. Now let's go ahead and look at your jobs for today. First things first, we have our grammar spiral. So in this little square right over here, and I'm going to zoom in, you are going to go ahead, you are going to separate the words with a hard C in purple and with a soft C in blue. Remember, a hard C makes a k, 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 like carrot, makes a k sound, and then a soft C makes a s sound, like scent, right? And so now you're going to go through these words: celery, count, carry, centimeter, cemetery, call, ceiling, carpet, and you're going to go ahead and organize them in purple or blue based on if they are a hard C, meaning a k, k sound, or a soft C, meaning a s sound. All right. Then up in this corner, you're going to see it is just a little vocabulary word. You do not need to do anything for this job except just go ahead and read it. So it is vile, meaning disgusting or gross. And the sentence they give you is the monster in the movie was completely vile. All right, and so that is going to be your new vocabulary word for today. Then down here we have a quick review. You're going to write 4 pronouns. Remember, a pronoun is a word you use to replace someone's name. So for example, Miss Walsh, her pronouns are she and her. When someone's referring to me and they don't want to keep saying Miss Walsh, Miss Walsh, Miss Walsh, they can say she, her instead. All right, and now in sentences 1 through 5, you are going to use these soft C words. These are soft C words: celebrate, cement, celery, ceiling, cereal. You can hear the S at the beginning. You are going to write sentences using those words. Then down here in this bottom section, you are going to go ahead and circle any verbs in these sentences. Remember, a verb is an action word. It could be past, it could be present, it could be future. Please, please, please be on the lookout for more than one verb in each sentence. There are going to be more than one, so please make sure you are paying attention, looking for all the action words and making sure that you circle them, all right? Then for your journal today, it is Words of Wisdom Wednesday, and our quote comes from Albert Einstein, who is noted as one of the greatest physicists of all time. He is most famous for his equation E equals mc squared. And so his quote he gave us for today is, "If you can't explain it simply, you do not understand it well enough." You're going to respond to this quote in 5 to 6 sentences explaining what this quote means and how it applies to you. If you finished this job early, I went ahead and I linked a little video about Albert Einstein, and it's a very interesting video. It kind of gives you a brief history of who he is and why he is as famous as he is today. And so you can go ahead and watch that if you finish early. If you do not, please do not worry about it. Again, your quote for today is, "If you can't explain it simply, you do not understand it well enough." Sentence frames and starters are on the right as always. You do not need to use them, but they are there available as a tool if you would like. Then we have our spelling job. We are talking about homophones. Remember, we've talked about homophones before. Homo meaning same and phones meaning sound, so same sound. That means, for example, flee and flee. These are 2 different types of flee, though. The flee with a double E is talking about going away, running away. And flea with an A at the end is talking about the little bug that our pets typically get that make them all itchy. All right, and then we have also vain and vain. This is a vein that you see in your body. This is a vein where you are very conceited, think you're kind of better than other people. All right, and so, oops, I linked the wrong one. Give me 1 second, D1, and I will link the new one. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up our job for today. So your job for today is to take the homophones that we've discussed before from this week, and you're going to put them in alphabetical order. Please, please, please check to make sure if you have a word that starts with the same letter, for example, so and so, you can see this so has S-O, this so has S-E-W. After you've looked at the first letter, and if they are the same, then you need to move to the next letter. So this is an issue that I've seen on a couple of papers, so please, please, please double check that you then go to the second letter, okay, E and O. Well, I know E is at the beginning of the alphabet and O is at the end, but I will double check. Yep, E's here, and O doesn't come until a lot later. So I'm going to go ahead, this so would come first, S-E-W, before this so, S-O. All right, so again, move on to the next letter in your word to then determine which would come first. All right, then you have your make a meme job for today. Please make sure you are checking for spelling and punctuation for this one. I did notice a couple of errors, and the purpose of this is to make sure not only to be funny, but also to make sure that you are checking for spelling and punctuation. So here are going to be your 3 meme templates for today. So you're going to go ahead and make those for today. I look forward to seeing your memes. Your guys' from last week were really funny, so I'm looking forward to see what you guys write for today. Then we have our math spiral review. Really quickly, I do want to note you're going to see that there's this purple box over number 13. So let's go ahead, let's zoom in there. And you can see that it says that this number 13 is a challenge problem. You may do it, but you do not have to do it. It is not a must do. So you may do number 13, but it is not a must do. It is a challenge problem, all right? So for numbers 1 through 3, you're rounding to the hundreds place. 4 through 8, you are going to be doing subtraction. 9 through 12, you're going to be doing multiplication with multiples of 10. Remember, cover up your 0 at first. Multiply 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. And then I reveal my 0 and I would type it out as 42 and I add my 0 and it's 420. So that would be my answer for that problem. Again, real quickly, number 13 is a challenge problem, not a must do. Not a must do. All right, and then here in our next section after problems 9 through 13, you're going to go ahead, you're going to find the perimeter of the shapes, the area and perimeter, of the shapes. Now over here on the side, you can see I gave you your formulas as a reminder. Area is length times width, and perimeter is length plus width plus width. You do have the measurements for all sides. Remember, if this side right here is 6, then that means this side right here is also 6. If this side right here is 3, that means this side is also 3. So please keep that in mind while you are going through and solving. Finally, this last guy right here, you are going to solve the following problems with an array. You're not going to do repeated subtraction. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to make groups of 7 until you reach 49. So you're going to keep adding those groups of 7 until you find 49. Alrighty. Then, after your math spiral, you're going to see that there is an SS Grin Diagnostic. This must be done today. So please, please, please make sure that this gets done today. You are going to see that not everybody has this job. I went ahead and I did my best to try and remember who has already done this. So please, again, keep in mind that Miss Walsh, if she assigned it to you and you've already done this, then that's okay. But please do keep in mind that we are going to do the diagnostic now a second time. We've done it before once, and now we're going to do it a second time. When you click on this link, what will pop up is you are going to put in your SS Grin username and password. Then you're going to do the Zoo Academy like you did the first time again. So if you have not done Zoo Academy twice now, then you are going to do it again for your second time today. Again, you are doing Zoo Academy again today, and you're going to answer questions about Zoo Academy again today. All right, this is going to be an end assessment. We did it at the beginning as a pre-assessment. Now we're going to do it at the end as a final assessment. Okay, so please be mindful of that. If you're like, Miss Walsh, I have done this before. I've done Zoo Academy. This is going to be now for the second time. All right, then we have our telling time activity. This is going to be for my cohorts A and B. My cohort C, you guys have already done this. So this is going to be for cohorts A and B for today. So you're going to go ahead, you are going to draw the time on the clock. So you're going to see you have your hour hand and your minute hand. And you are going to go ahead and you are going to create, or you're going to draw the time on these clocks. So for letter A, you're going to see it is 4:15. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drag my hour hand over here first. I'm going to place it on my dot that I have. And I'm going to see that little dot up at top, and I'm going to rotate it so it points at my 4. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that it's on my 4. Perfect. And maybe move it a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to take my minute hand and I'm going to put it on the 15. Remember, when we're looking at minutes, that means our big numbers turn into multiples of 5. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. So my minute hand should be pointing at my 3. So I'm going to rotate it so it's pointing at my 3. And now my time says 4:15. Remember, your minute hand needs to be longer than your hour hand. And so my minute hand is the longer one and my hour hand is the shorter one. So again, it is 4:15. Then finally, you have your D1 choice board for the week. Remember, this does not get turned in until Friday. So you're going to go through. You are going to make your choice for today. And you know, it is a lovely day outside, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to select read somewhere outside. I'm going to make sure I'm doing it somewhere that is safe, of course. I have a backyard, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it in my backyard. If you're in an apartment complex, maybe you can do it out on your porch. Or maybe if you have like a pool, you can go ahead and you can do it by the pool. Just somewhere that is safe and you have permission from your parents. So again, we're reading somewhere outside. That's going to be my job for today. It is Wednesday, so I'm going to be on my green slide. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write read outside. Today's date. And then I will take a selfie of my book and myself outside reading. I will do that later though because it is kind of chilly because it is still 7 in the morning. So I will do that later. So and then it is 5/26/2021 and that is going to be it for my job. I'm going to go now outside, read, and then take a selfie of myself with my book outside. All right, and that is going to be it for your jobs today, D1. If you have any questions, please make sure you write them in those comments. Again, I am not going to be available for office hours today, so I do apologize for that. But please make sure that you still reach out if you have any questions. All right, D1, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.